The book Second Chances was written by Chuck Gallagher, who was a very successful accountant until he made some bad choices in his life that changed everything. The book tells about how he stole money from some investors, how his life in prison, and how he was given a second chance at life. Many points stood out to me in this book, but the one I want to talk about is how if you make right choices now, no matter how big or small they are, it can impact your future. When I stop and think about all the choices I can make, it really challenges me to make the right decisions now. They can be an encouragement to me because just the fact that I can change my future by the choices I make is a little bit exciting. It also brings some pressure to make the right choices now that will help me in the long run. Before I make a choice, I have to consider all the consequences, good and bad, and long-term and short-term effects that a certain choice will make. I also have to remember that I cannot change my past, no matter if it was good or bad, but use those past choices to help change to learn from them and to change or affect my future. It also means in order to pursue a certain goal, I might have to give up something in the present in order to achieve the future goal in my life. I also cannot wait around for my choices to work themselves out, but instead I need to take responsibility for my own life and make decisions now that will let me have a very successful future. I also cannot dwell on my past choices, whether they work out for my good or that hurt me, because it can also hinder me from making choices then in the future. And instead of wishing things had been different, I need to learn from them and go on with my life and learn from them so I don't make the same mistake twice. If I want to impact my life now or later on, it has to begin by making good choices now. And I can make good choices in everything, whether it is what career to pursue, what to do with my time, what moral choices to make, and who I should be friends with. When choosing a career field, it's important that I consider all the factors, whether I'll have enough money to support a family, will I be happy at this job, and will I be benefiting and helping others with my career. What to fill my time with is very important because I can do many good things like sports, school, work, spend time with family and friends, serving the Lord. There's also an abundance of bad choices I can make too out there if I'm not careful. Also, choices regarding moral issues is very important, because where I stand on moral issues will let people know what kind of person I am and will sort of define me in a way. Also, the people I am friends with can have a very important effect on me, because it is said it's a very important choice to make, because it is said that you become like those who you're around, and so it's important not to hang around people who are like doing drugs or other bad stuff, but to choose friends whose moral standards are in line with yours, so that you won't fall to the wayside. If I make right choices now in all situations as much as possible, my life in the future will be what I want it to be, even if it means I have to give up something now in order to get it. This book changed my perspective of how any choice I make can affect me, whether indirectly or directly, positively or negatively in my life. It also taught me not to dwell on my past choices as much, but to learn from them and to use them to shape my future self. This book was very interesting to me, and I feel like I learned a lot by reading Second Chances.